If you ask me what my experience has been participating in Sustainable Campus Challenge, I will say this. The Sustainable Campus Challenge is a program where we did research in terms of environment, where we conducted our survey, our communities, and lastly, where we did a campus audit in order to identify weaknesses in terms of environment. During the Sustainable Campus Challenge, I gathered 20 to 25 students from Corona del Mar High School, my friends, and studied how environmental factors or impacts we have in our community. I want to break this down into three sections: research, survey interview, and lastly, campus audit. First, we started by researching, gathering information. Why? Because we need to educate ourselves first in order to share our knowledge with other people. So we first researched about some state policies and federal policies. The state of California has a federal policy, state policy, something like SB 100, and we learned about that, which is about hitting the sustainability goal by 2050. And we got ourselves familiar with the terms like food swamp and energy vampire so that we can teach other people about what those are. Perfect. And then we did a survey and interview. We were able to ask them what they think of our campus in terms of environment, how environmental friendly we are. We asked those questions to teachers, friends, families, and even strangers, which is a little challenging. And then lastly, we did a campus audit where we focused on waste, energy, and lastly, health. In terms of waste, we learned that there were many foods thrown away into recycling bins and not properly disposed. And second, I learned that there were a lot of water waste in terms of faucets. You guys know those press down faucets that you have to press if you want to have water coming down? Yes, we had that. Have you guys like haven't you guys like experienced that some faucets you have to press it like every 3 seconds because nobody 3 seconds is not enough for you to wash your entire hand? But we had the opposite problem of this. In our school, we also had press down system, but what we learned is that once we press this, the water comes down, or it lasted for about 1.5 minutes, which is crazy, right? So I reported this to the vice principal of our school, and he will bring it up to Newport Mesa District after checking some of the weaknesses that we have in our faucet system. It might have been like spring or emitter gauge, who knows, but he will let me know when it's fixed or if there's any further clarification on that. Second, health. We learned that there are a lot of mental health resources for our students, but it was not widely known. So people didn't know what to expect to get out of this resources. So it was important for us to recognize what those are for other people. Uh, and recognize those resources so that people can benefit from it. That was our main thing. And lastly, in terms of leadership, I learned so many things about leadership. I started off as a very bad leader because I wanted to do everything by myself and by my own willpower. But I learned that the total purpose of being a team is to share our knowledge, work with other people, because we learn the best by talking to other people. And I also learned that it's important to assign tasks to each individuals so that they don't feel meaningless to be part of this team, and so that they can feel that they are making those impactful changes in our community. And that's what I learned. And we did a great job. Although we didn't win the challenge, we we learned that teamwork, communication, and research was the essential foundation of our learning and making changes in our communities.